thinking they have?
I have concerns about a student of mine in Spanish class,
Okay.
Austin,
Austin.
and Renfro.
Oh, Austin Renfro.
Yeah,
Okay,
Austin
yes.
Renfro, yeah. He is a super kid, but he just is struggling behind right now and not keeping up with his grade, and he's not passing right now, so.
And Austin's in your Spanish 1, right?
Mhm.
Okay. And that's a big class, isn't it?
There's 22 in there, I think, so.
Yeah, how's that going? Is she one of your classes
He's just,
early?
yeah, he's really quiet, so it's easy to, he kind of gets lost in the crowd sometimes. But he's super pleasant disposition, and I just feel like, and he's not a behavior problem at all, but I just want to see what I can do to help get his grade up and get him where he needs to be.
No, I haven't had a chance to look at the down list this week, but is he failing right now, or is he close?
He is failing right now,
Okay.
yeah. So, okay. So I just need to know what we can do to get him back up. He's got maybe a 60. He's
Okay.
missing some assignments mostly.
Okay. Oh, so it's mostly missing assignments?
Yes.
The stuff he does turn in is okay?
Yeah, when he gets it turned in, that's great.
Well, you know, I think I've had Mr. Kroger mentions to me as well in the hall today that he wanted to stop and visit about Austin. And so I think this might be something that, right now, let's focus on the Spanish and try to get him up there. But I think it's definitely something we need to take a look at and kind of see where he's at. Now, I know, I really try to be very confidential with students. Just can't keep it right now, kind of keep this between myself and you. And then I will bring Austin in as well and visit with him, because I think that doing it that way tends to help. And then maybe if I'll check with these other teachers as well, and we'll see.
Okay.
But that way, if you're willing to help, I think this is going to be great in getting Austin kind of back on track, because I know he's kind of struggled in the past few years, and we don't want him to kind of fall into that again.
Right, exactly.
You mentioned specifically that kind of the main concern might be missing assignments.
Yeah, you need to go in the room right now. No, go in the room right now. We're recording. Sorry.
That's okay. So, as far as it's missing assignments,
It's missing. Once I get him to get the work in, it's pretty good work.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes I'll have to kind of lead him in the right direction and kind of motivate him to get it done. But once he gets started, he does good work.
okay.
It's just getting started is
It's
what
just that
he struggles
motivation.
with. Yeah.
I've noticed even if I see him like in the lunchroom, he tends to be a kid that shies away a little bit. Does he do that in the classroom as well?
Yeah. It's only if I can get to him one-on-one, which is hard in a big class to do, or if they're all working on assignment, I can kind of center on him if he's the one that's having trouble getting started, get him going in the right direction. So.
Now, how willing is he when you do get that chance to be one-on-one?
He's super great. He's polite, very respectful, good. He's got some good social skills. It's just he doesn't. He tends to maybe want to talk more about something else instead of getting the work done.
Yes.
So yeah.
Knowing Austin, he is an only child, and both of his parents are struggling a little bit, and so I think sometimes Austin finds it easier just to sit back a little bit from when I visited with Austin, and he shared those things with me, and he feels that he doesn't know, he doesn't mind if teachers know, but he doesn't feel like he wants to put that information out there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I understand that as a teacher you want to know that, but he doesn't want to share that himself, but he's okay if I share it with you. I've asked him about that specifically. So that's kind of the situation, a little bit of background
Okay.
on Austin that I know.
Okay.
I do know that his parents, I've talked to them before, they are concerned and willing, but yet aren't, they're afraid that they don't know how far to push, I guess, a little
Right.
bit. Have you tried to contact them before?
I actually haven't.
Okay.
Because I don't think they have email.
They do not.
So, and that's kind of my first way to communicate, and I just haven't got around to calling them then, so.
And I think in this situation, I think that might be okay. I
Okay.
think it might be better for us to try to, between you, I, and Austin, come up with a working idea of
Okay.
what we can do for him. Any other strengths that you have? about Austin?
Yeah, he takes, when he might not turn his work in, but when he takes the test, he does super well. He is super intelligent and extremely capable. He's a great test taker. He is able to give immediate feedback in the classroom. A lot of times when I'm asking for, volunteers or need an answer, he's got it. So it's not that he doesn't understand the material, he's just a very bright kid. Works well with anyone, he's very personable and friendly like I mentioned, so those are all really good strengths.
So a lot of good characteristics. Would you say maybe a lack of motivation?
That's huge. It seems like just getting started on the project. Once he gets started, he can do it, but I can't get him to get work in. Even when I give him time in class, he just would rather kind of sit and daze or just be, maybe visit with someone, that he's comfortable with, but he just doesn't want to do the work sometimes. And I don't know if it gets done at home. I think that probably doesn't happen either.
I know Austin doesn't have a job right now, but I do know he does enjoy spending time gaming, and so that might be part of what he's doing at home. Now, you did mention though, when you get a chance to work with him one-on-one, that he tends to put more effort. Have you ever asked him to stay after school?
Yes, and sometimes it works as long as, I don't know, I catch him. Sometimes he forgets, so it hasn't been consistent by any means.
And it's hard in our situation in our building.
Right.
It's to catch him after school.
Yeah.
And Austin, I think, would be a kid that, I don't know if he would purposely forget or if he would forget.
I think you just forget, probably, yeah.
We have that homeroom at the end of the school day. I could maybe visit with his homeroom teacher. Do you think if the homeroom teacher told him to get to your classroom,
I
think he could?
My homeroom is not very busy. Like, I don't have a lot of kids, so it might work really well to be able to sit down with them one-on-one.
So maybe moving him into your
That might be really beneficial.
Okay.
If he knew that he had to be there, then we could work.
And get things done prior to. Okay.
Yeah.
Now that's a really good idea. Now I notice he has I believe he has Mr. Tim
Right.
for homeroom, and I know Mr. Tim's got a pretty big group.
Yeah.
And
maybe
so
would help.
that might be a good place to start. Okay.
That sounds good.
I will visit with him
Okay.
about that today, and we'll just plan on making that change.
Okay.
I think that Austin's a flexible enough kid
Yeah.
that I don't think that'll be something.
Okay.
Do you feel that, would you like me to be more involved with maybe monitoring, touching base with you a little bit more?
Yeah, maybe. Sometimes I forget.
Well, you don't like
But,
it.
if maybe once a week or something, or.
So maybe do a little bit of progress monitoring as well.
Progress. I don't know what day would be best for you, or,
So what,
I don't know, maybe Thursday, that way we can decide on Fridays what we need to do over the weekend.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
Okay. And if we start there, we'll switch that homeroom.
Okay.
That's a little bit of time every day. And then if I do some progress monitoring as well.
Sounds good.
And we'll see how that goes. Maybe touch base again, maybe a little bit more formal in about a month.
All right.
Hopefully, we don't want him to get too far behind. I appreciate you coming in here early on
You bet.
so we can get him on focus, because he is a student that, like you said, he tends to polite and quiet and calm, but tends to fall between the cracks.
Yes.
So, good deal.
All right.
Well, thank you so much. I
You're
appreciate it,
welcome.
Rebecca. You have a
Thank
good
you.
day.
You too. Thanks.